Hey there, everybody. So we are continuing the books of the Bible, and we are on First Chronicles. The author isn't stated, but it's traditionally attributed to Ezra the priest. The date is from about 1010 BC, which is the death of King Saul, until around 970 BC, which is the death of King David. So if you're thinking from the death of Saul, when David takes over, to the death of David, First Chronicles, the key theme is going to be about King David's reign. It'll be detailed, it'll be analyzed, it'll go through everything that he is doing during that. It'll provide a history, some of the details about it. It'll provide a history of Israel. It'll actually go as far back as Adam, but by the 11th chapter, we've transitioned into King David's reign with a special emphasis on his leadership and national worship, where he will lead God's people in worshiping the Lord. The other focus that's on this is that King David would have an eternal kingly line through his descendant, which would then be Jesus Christ. Obviously, Jesus Christ is God, but in the earthly family line, he would come from the line of David. And so we have that kind of emphasized throughout the book. Chapter 17, verse 14 gives us our quotable verse. It says, "I will settle him in mine house and in mine kingdom forever, and his throne shall be established forevermore." Some unique things about the book is First Chronicles will cover much of the same information as Second Samuel did in regards to King David, but it'll leave out some of the juicier aspects of King David's life, like his adultery with Bathsheba and the engineered killing or the planned killing of her husband Uriah. Remember how he sent him into battle and sent him in the front lines to get rid of him. So it leaves out some of those things. Now, some of us would be like, well, that seems odd that the Bible would leave out something so significant to the story, but what's the point of the book? Why is First Chronicles there? The reason is because it was designed to remind the Jews that despite their punishment for sin, they were still God's special people. That when God makes a promise, he's going to keep it. So instead of nitpicking through the life of somebody, it was saying, hey, listen, this is God's promise that this was going to happen, and here's how it is happening throughout his life. So it was more of a push to say, this is what God has promised, and this is how God is keeping it. So that's the aspect of First Chronicles, where it gives us that detail and that kind of key theme through it about King David. So again, I'm going to ask you to pray for somebody that you can invite to Easter services. We want to be a place that stands and shares, just like we've been talking about, Pastor John has been, but you want to invite somebody that you know, somebody that you care about, somebody that you love, specifically somebody that you don't think goes to church. You don't want to take them away from their church, but it never hurts to ask somebody to come to Easter services with you. So I'd encourage you to pray about somebody and then ask them. Have a good day.